Eden, or welcome to some more, well, it's not really tactics, but we're going to talk today about the 1 million clone event. And this is something that you should be quite excited for because there are a number of awesome things that are going to happen with this. But first off, let's just be very clear. From the 14th to the 17th, it's all about having 1 million clones killed, and then if we do that, we get 1 million skill points, which is nice. Now, boosters. A lot of people are not understanding the whole booster thing. Logibro has confirmed boosters will actually impact the skill points you get. So why it's important, you maybe want to purchase an Omega booster because that doubles your skill points. So you would get 2 million skill points as well as the benefit of obviously all of the SP so far. So I would recommend get a 3-day one. It's 5,000 Aurum. That's expensive, but when you look at the reality is you could get 2 million skill points, which is just an incredibly good way to boost your character that little bit more, to get that little frivolity that maybe you've always wanted. Maybe you've always wanted sniper level 5. Maybe you want railgun level 5. These are the things that are going to annoy the shit out of me. So naturally, you probably want to do them. So I think have a think about that because it's not a bad opportunity to all of a sudden get 2 million skill points, which is almost 2 months worth of work, maybe more, for free over a weekend and so on. So I highly urge you to do this. Come on, bro. So secondly, you need to log on and play. A lot of people are saying to me, I'm going to AFK it. If you do that, then I will sneak into your room when you're fast asleep at night and I will mess with your brain. And I really do mean this. I'll put on whale music and I'll put your hand in a glass of water and make you wee yourself. And that's just the beginning. That's the appetizer. This will just be horrible things done to you if you do not play properly. So I'm warning you, bro, play properly. Come on, let's kill clones. If you AFK, and I see you AFKing, I'm going to film you AFKing, and then I'm going to make a lovely little video about you. So you have been warned. Do not AFK in my presence, bitches. I am, of course, joking. Don't AFK. Seriously, don't. But of course, I will be, not watching. Honest. Anyway, so I think the million clone stuff is looking pretty cool. So I would highly urge you all to play it. This comes at a tricky time for me because obviously Titanfall is out. And to me, Titanfall is a game that is actually quite important to me because it's on the PC, and it's been so long since I have, I've gone away from my roots as a PC gamer, and I've been obviously playing, on a console. So naturally, I feel slightly dirty, and I'm enjoying it. I actually feel, more akin to playing games on console than I do on the PC. So that's going to be a nice balance for me. Now, check this out. What is this guy doing? Literally, what is he doing as I T-bone him completely? Oh, yes. And I don't know what the hell's going on. I really don't. I don't know why these guys were just like, oh, here's another one. Nice suit, bro. Oh, I tell you what, I'm having some real fun playing this game again last night. I think I had these kind of phases where you really do get annoyed by the game, and do you know what it is? You do need a break, and I would highly urge everybody to take a break from this game just once in a while. And I don't mean like just walk away from it completely. I just mean play casually, but don't play too much. You know what I mean? It's like with all my traveling and with all the things going on and with my house and that, it's just been difficult to get time to play. So when I played, it did feel like a game should feel, which is a treat, not a chore. And I think a lot of people are maybe treating Dust as a bit of a career, a bit of a chore. And I think they're maybe not having as much fun with it. Anyway, so there we go. So I think generally the million clone stuff is looking quite fun. And I would highly urge you all to take part within it. So let's talk about maybe some of the more changes that are coming in 1.8. And I think it's relevant that I'm running a scout suit because I need a deep breath for this. This is quite an admission for me. I'm not going to renew my membership of the Minmatar Scout Club. I know, just let that sink in for a minute. All my uprising career, I have been a Minmatar Scout. It's been the thing I do. And I do smile and kind of smirk at people saying that I use only the fit of the month and things like that because they just see a snapshot of a few games I play, and I played 10 games a day. I'll put maybe one or even none of those games online. I'll just put ones where maybe something interesting happens. And I generally have always run Scout, and I've always generally run Scout with shotgun. Flaylock was probably the one fit of the month I used, but I'd like to think, not being arrogant, I'd like to think I fucking created that fit of the month. No offense, bros, because John McGeechee and I were using them when no one used them. People thought they were rubbish. They laughed at us when we used them. So I think it's a sad thing when, you know, I get kind of blamed for quote using fit of the month. When I really, you know, maybe I do. I don't feel I do, but certainly it feels like I don't. That wasn't, don't adjust your set. That was lag. For some reason, I was having a massive amount of lag last night. Which is making shotgunning fun because, my God, I missed a lot of people. So as the suit changes come, and they're going to obviously, recompense us for our suit numbers. Oh, check this out, seriously, check this out. I was just going to shoot him in the back, but I thought, you know what? Has to be done. Kablow. How you like me now? Right, basically, yeah, the suit changes are coming and bringing, obviously, a refund of the skill points. So I'm tempted to maybe go Galante Scout only because I just think they're better. The Mimitar Scout is good, but not great. And I think, you know, I'm maybe looking at the Caldari Scout or the Galante Scout. I'm not decided yet. My only issue with the Galante Scout is it just looks like something from a kind of, I don't know if you've ever been in Hamburg and you've walked down one of those kind of very narrow, dark streets and you see a little neon sign and it's flickering, it's kind of flickering, and it just says, "Get sex here." I'm not going obviously on first person. This is all a tale I was told, honest, bro, honest. And you walk into one of those bars and you're greeted by some kind of 7-foot, Valkyrie warrior all dressed in leather. And they look literally like a kind of future. It's a mix between Tron and Xena warrior princess. You know what I mean? And I mean the new Tron. What am I talking about? And it literally the whole thing was just bizarre. So I'm told. So a friend tells me. And I just remember thinking, wow, those suits look a bit like that. So I would imagine. Let's see if I covered that one off. Yeah, I think legally I've covered myself nicely with that one. So I think, the Galante suit just looks a bit odd for me, the Scout suit. So I'm not sure about it. But quite like the Caldari one. I think that looks pretty boss. But we'll see. I think at the end of the day, there you go. And look at this lag. Look at this crazy, crazy lag. And all of a sudden, blap, I'm dead. I never saw that even coming. I think there's generally going to be a bit of a soul-searching discussion to be done for all players to think, to really think to yourself, what do you want to run now? And I would urge you not to go with whatever the fit of the month currently is, because I think the way that CCP run their games, it does make sense. It's the nerf buff culture, because again, you have to constantly keep balancing, but when you're constantly balancing, you'll never find equilibrium, and that's the point. That's kind of what they're doing, I think, by design, because they want to keep the game interesting. So I think if I were you, I would honestly, look at this dude with his rail rifle. It's just like, that is just like fit of the month right there. And I think, to be honest, I could use rail rifle, I could use Galante Proto Assault, I could use Caldari Proto Assault, but I think, to be honest with you, I'm not going to. I rarely tank anymore. I don't, the whole vehicle thing has been quite a roller coaster as well. So I think really, I don't really know what to play anymore. I will always have generally a rough smattering of suits, because I do want to try and show you. The worst thing I could do as a YouTuber is just to fit one suit and then run it continually. And I did start to do that when I was running Scout way back. So people gave me good feedback and said, you never show heavies, you never show medium stuff. So I started to just liberally spread my points around, and I think that has probably been not a bad idea as well. So maybe I end up doing that. But to be honest with you, I want at least one proto suit, and I think scouting is always going to be pretty much what I want to generally try and do. So I think that is the plan. And everything else, well, it's a bit of a crapshoot. We'll see what we go for. Loads of issues, loads of problems, obviously, with this. The logi changes, I think, are quite extreme. Now that they've been explained to me, I think the logi changes are actually not great. I don't see the point of having a logi, that can't do what a logi does, or doesn't get the benefit of doing what a logi does. So if you want to rep, like most people use logis for, that rep chain piece, you have to use Mimitar logis only though. And that seems a bit unfair, if I'm honest with you. That doesn't sound right. So, we'll maybe discuss that in the next video. But I think right now, certainly it's looking like an interesting time, certainly for the game. And I think hopefully people are going to really step up for this million clone march and really get involved, because I think it could be something quite enjoyable indeed. So come join me. We may even live stream. I know I don't do it that much because I hate doing it, but we may actually live stream some of it, but we will see how it goes. Hope you enjoyed that. See you next time.